Leaders of the Brics alliance of 5 nations have invited another 6 countries to join. They are Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. The annual Brics summit is being held in Johannesburg. The leaders of Brazil, India, China and South Africa are there, while Russia's president is on video link from Moscow. The South African president made the expansion announcement.
We have decided to invite the Argentine Republic, the Arab Republic of Egypt, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to become full members of BRICS. The membership will take effect from the 1st of January 2024.
My correspondent Fahmi the Miller is joining us live from Johannesburg. BRICS group attracting a level of interest rarely seen since its founding in 2014. Fahmi, the dozens of countries expressed their interest in joining, but only 6 have been accepted for now.
It's likely, Elizabeth, that the criteria was pretty tight in terms of who they might admit. There's been a lot of debate amongst these BRICS members around who should be admitted, when that should be done. And looking at who they've included in this admission, we see also increased representation from African countries, Ethiopia and Egypt. And South Africa has been squarely behind that, wanting African countries, the global south, to have a bigger place within this grouping. But to give us greater insight into what might have informed this decision, we're speaking to Michael Bossack, a global affairs analyst. Now, Michael, what is likely behind the admission of these 6 new members? What is it that would have taken them into the BRICS grouping?
Sure. Well, it looks like China was very, very keen to expand BRICS. In fact, the Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson said it's going to breathe new vitality into the bloc. For sure it will, but the choice is very interesting. So we have Argentina, some more representation from South America, Egypt, Ethiopia, African continent. Ethiopia was, I think, a little bit unexpected. Iran, I have a suspicion there might have been some Russian maneuvering behind that. They're close allies. And then Saudi Arabia and UAE, that signals to me more cash infusion into the development bank. Missing there was Indonesia and Mexico. We were expecting them to come in as well.
We've repeatedly heard from the existing leadership of BRICS that this is about unity, it's about the global south, greater representation, but this comes amid heightening global tensions. While BRICS may be forming a more solid bloc globally, are there concerns around greater fragmentation?
Oh, absolutely. A couple of quick things. One is we're seeing the deterioration of these multilateral for G7, G20, APEC even, watered down communiques or none whatsoever. At least here they managed to come out with quite a big announcement about the expansion. But when you see countries like Iran coming in, and also you listen to the rhetoric coming out of the conference, for example, from people like Mr. Lula of Brazil, a lot of talk here about not using the US dollar anymore, leveling the playing field for African countries. You see quite the fragmentation. I think, just quickly, I think it's got to the point where good luck to America trying to win back the loyalty of some of these African countries. I think a lot of them are shifting more towards this direction.
Just very quickly, do these countries have enough in common for BRICS to be effective?
I don't think so. When you look at China, India, especially Russia, now Iran, Brazil, Lula from Brazil, again, he's very contrarian in saying what he wants to see. Very, very strong on climate. Good luck convincing the Russians and the Chinese and, in fact, India to adhere to those high climate standards.
Michael, thanks very much for your time there. Speaking to Michael Bossack, a global affairs analyst.